Well, good morning, everybody. This is Pappy Two Bears. As you can see, I've got Harmony fire lit, nice and warm in here for a 30-degree day. I'm inviting you all to come on in and sit down and we'll chit chat for a little bit. Okay, don't have too awful much on my mind today except to pass along some forgiveness that I'm giving to myself about things that I did or didn't do in the past year. That I should have done or maybe wanted to do and didn't get to. Okay, what they are, of course, is uh, not significant perhaps to you, but in looking back at this time of year, how retrospect we all get during the winter time. It's always a good time to review where we've been and kind of compare it to maybe where we want to go in the future. First off, I want to thank everyone that has been following my little journey as we've been making it, and let you know how much I appreciate your companionship and your company, your wonderful comments, your extraordinary friendship, and the journeys that we make are always so much nicer when we make them with other people that have a like mind and a like heart. And my audience out there, my friends, my acquaintances that I've met through this process have just been extraordinary. You're all so very special. Thank you so much. This time of year, with the holidays, a lot of people are celebrating the holidays in their own different ways. Uh, in my culture, we called it the giveaway time, where we would give away to others things that perhaps they needed or things that we no longer needed that we knew they could use. And we did that so that we could make room for new things that would be coming back to us. So it was a circular motion, if you will, of giving out good and at some point in time in the future perhaps receiving back good. And I have found that to be very true in the laws of energy exchange and also in the laws of emotional exchange. We if we exude love, if we exude good feelings, it's difficult for somebody to persistently replace those feelings that we've been giving, with something that's negative. Oh, there certainly are those out there that will do that. Okay, but when they give that kind of stuff back, ultimately, how it affects us is whether or not we're able to realize that we don't have to accept it. If they give it to us, it doesn't mean that we own it. You don't have to accept it. And so I just want you to all know that, if you get those hurtful comments, they'll come in once in a while, or somebody says something that loses some of the meaning in the text messages, and it strikes you the wrong way. You don't have to wear that stuff. You don't have to put it in your pocket and keep it. If you do, of course, that's your decision. But like anything, when we make decisions, they come with consequences. When we make a decision to do something, we make a decision to go in a different direction, we set in motion circumstances that will occur that have to be played out. It's a new pathway, and subsequently, we discover sometimes that there were things that happened or that are about to happen that we weren't prepared for. So we always try to think a little bit ahead if we can. It is much easier to do that if we don't let emotions kind of cloud our visions of where we want to go in the future, because emotions have a tendency uh, to really do spur of the moment um, cliff jumps, if you will. Uh, and it isn't only until we're on our way down to the water that we see that doesn't look quite as deep as I thought it was. Okay, so those things happen in life. But this time of year, no matter how you celebrate, okay, everyone has one thing to celebrate, and that's your life, because that in itself is a miracle. Whether you celebrate in one manner or follow one teaching or one cultural belief or one religion, or that's not material enough to me to be divisive. Okay, I'm going to say divisive. And the reason why is because I want you to think of where we're living and what the blessing is. You know, if you take a look at a shot, a picture, if you will, supposedly taken from the moon looking back at the earth, well, we see that that's a big globe, a big round ball. And on that big round ball are all of us, with all of our little differences and our bickerings and all of those sort of things, our wants, our needs, our desires, our goals, and they all differ, and everybody's trying to get this one to go this way or do that or say this or don't say that, and everybody seems to be missing the big picture. We're all riding on the same ball, and we're all going round and round and round together. And it doesn't make any difference, even though you feel that you're separated one from another based upon differences. Really, where we go one, we go all. We're all heading there, wherever that is. And, you know, a trip is so much more enjoyable if there's not discomfort during the trip. And that's kind of what I'm trying to say, is that it's up to us to limit the discomforts. If you've ever been on a long airplane flight or a train trip or a bus trip or something like that, and you happen to get the seat that's in the middle, and you have people on either side of you, you know how difficult it is to stay comfortable for long periods of time, because you have to be aware that you need to take care because there's others involved. They also need to do that. So those discomforts can become overwhelming to the point that, you know, there's tension, if you will. And tension is not good in our lives. Now, how do you deal with the tensions? A lot of people just give the tension out and give it to somebody else. Okay? It's not theirs. Don't give it to them. That's not fair to them. You don't have to take their tensions either, because they're not yours. So that's all part of the giveaway. Well, where do you give that stuff away? Well, as you've seen before in my previous videos and my giveaway fire that we conducted right here in this same spot before the teepee was up, that's one way of doing it. Put it in the fire, let it go. You don't need that stuff, okay? It's not enough to bother yourself with. Okay? It's enough that you'll be able to see that, hey, this is a good day if I make it to be a good day. Am I rambling? Yes. What's the point? The point is that no matter what goes on, no matter what the stresses are in your life, Creator has seen fit to bring you into creation and experience this. That in itself is just a wonderful blessing, if we make it so. Experience it. No one person out there has all of the answers. I certainly don't. Creation is such that it is infinite. There is so much out there that in one lifetime we will never see, we will never experience, we will never even be aware of. We can't be. It's way, way beyond us. However, Other people experience that creation from a different aspect and a different perspective. They can share with us. Does that mean that we have to believe them? No. But we should leave open the possibility that it's out there. We don't know the greatness of creations out there that we have not yet to be seen. So if somebody says something or has a belief in something, I don't necessarily, poo-poo it or cast it aside and say it's absolutely nutso or whatever. It may well be within the realm of possibility, because I think everything's possible with Creator. Now, whether or not it's going to be part of my life, if it's validated at some point in the future, then it becomes my truth also. But up until then, I leave it open and say it's my possibility. All right, so I guess what I'm getting at is that a lot of people that watch the YouTube videos and follow various different certain groups know that the differences between people can become very divisive, especially in the chats and things of this nature. However, I want you to think about something. If that's all been happening in the last year, maybe from this point forward, instead of concentrating on the differences between people and the differences between ideas and the differences between beliefs, what if we focus on the sameness? We all breathe the same air. We drink the same water. We stand on the same earth. And we're all taking a ride on the same big blue marble. That right there might tell us maybe we're part of the whole, whether we try to divide ourselves or not. There is no division. But I wanted to get this little message out to everyone to let you know that not a one of you out there is ever alone. If we've interacted before on these videos, or we've talked in chats, or even on the phone, or perhaps in person, okay, we've exchanged energy. And because we've exchanged energy, I've become a part of you, and you have become a part of me. And I enjoy that exchange, because that's me experiencing the joys of your life as well. And I consider each of you in your own way an individual blessing. I wanted to express that at the holidays. Wish you the happiest of holidays in whichever manner that you wish to observe them. And with the new year coming up, I extend my sincerest wishes for good blessings for all of you. That you walk upon the earth with joy in your hearts, wonder in your eyes, and thanksgiving coming from your lips. This is Pappy Two Bears. And Bo, my companion over here, my good buddy, he likes the fire. Walking out of this year and walking into the new one. Have a great one, everyone. Come back to Harmony Lodge at some time in the future. Enjoy the warmth of Harmony Fire. If you wish to bring your prayers, your desires, your pains, or whatever, to put them in the fire and have them sent up, by all means, come on in and do that. This lodge is your lodge as well.